Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm Cody Johnson reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, July 15th. Tonight we report on a Moses Lake woman killed in a crash on Highway 2 and how a new company is coming to Moses Lake, bringing new jobs to the Columbia Basin. We also look at how the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District sold a modular home, and a robo-farmer is being developed to help with labor shortages. And sports, the Mariners swept the Angels as we go into the All-Star break, and they have 2 pitchers selected to play in the big game tomorrow. Our spotlight story tonight is about a Royal Summer celebration in Grant County. And we've got the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, a Moses Lake woman was killed in a crash on State Route 2 early this morning. Kimberly Steele, a 43-year-old woman, was driving a 1991 Honda Accord west on the highway about 3 miles east of the town of Farmer when the car left the road to the right and traveled down a ravine. Washington State Patrol officials are investigating the cause of the crash. Steele was wearing her seatbelt. A company producing an antioxidant supplement is coming to Moses Lake. Fuji Chemical Industry and its subsidiary, Asta Real Technologies, announced this morning that they plan to open a plant to produce a nutrition supplement. The companies plan to invest $30 million and expect to employ 45 people. The company began eyeing the Moses Lake area back in 2012, making it one of the quickest projects the Grant County Economic Development Council has worked on. EDC Executive Director Jonathan Smith said, through the combined effort of all involved in the project, the local community and state were able to help the project become reality in such a short time. The project was codenamed Jackson for the past year while the entities worked to finish the deal. The company chose Moses Lake after conducting a nationwide search because of the water resources and the availability of low-cost electricity. Other factors included having a skilled labor force, a history of working with other Japanese companies, and support of local and state governments. Last night, Moses Lake police arrested the 3rd teenager suspected of being involved in last week's stabbing in the Larson housing area. Travis Stotts was taken into custody at about 11 p.m. at a home on Dogwood Street. Stotts reportedly surrendered without incident. While Stotts was being sought for the stabbing of a 16-year-old Moses Lake teen, he had communicated with the Grant County Sheriff's Office by Facebook. He was arrested for allegedly taking part in a fight where 3 teenagers held and stabbed another teen several times. The mobile home, the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District planned for use at Conley Park was sold to a Soap Lake man. The district directors approved selling the Marlette mobile home to a Soap Lake man for $58,000. Gary Carpenter was the high bidder of the 2 bids the district received. The other bid was for $54,000. The district purchased the home last year for $80,000 as part of a plan to house a 24-hour manager at the park. The directors decided to sell it in February and rejected the previous round of bids last month because they were too low. Director Mick Hansen made another argument to keep the mobile home, telling Director Ken Kernan before he opened the 2 bids that the previous board thought it was a good idea. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from the iFIBER One Weather Center, and we've got sports and more news on the way.